Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail here with some Starbound. It's been a long time, but now we're at beta version Upbeat Giraffe, and apparently we're getting away from the angry animals and going to the happy animals. So giraffes generally happy, and I am happy to be playing Starbound again. This is the first substantive stable update to be made in the game for a long time, around a year, probably more like 10 months. But the difference is that there's been a bunch of nightly updates previously. They're pretty unstable. I've actually skipped most of them because I wanted to go into this fresh. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. So we're going to create a character here. The character creation, pretty similar to before, except Novakids are now available. Novakids, I believe, one of the stretch goals here. So we're actually going to play as a Novakid today. Male or female, I don't really care because they're all on fire. Now, they don't glow like maybe they've been promised before. That one looks very good. What kind of ditch stare it? I'm just wondering some of the random names here because they vary from here to here. Dime Waller, that's funny. Cestus Firewater, Saddle Yellowbelly, because they're all going by cowboy names. So Oreo Guzzler, that sounds good enough to me. Now you can play as casual, which or that. We're going to be playing normal. Losing resources is a pretty good incentive to not do that. But I'm actually going to pause this real quick just because there are a few changes that are coming to it, but the stable update, not all of them are immediately apparent early. But one thing still is that the load from hitting OK on the character creation to actually starting the game, yay, there's a delete button now for the character screen, can cause quite a bit of issues. So let me just pause real quick and we will jump into the action. Alright, so actually not as big of a problem as last time, and I apologize for the lack of fancy transition there, but I want to keep this at 60 FPS if possible. But new quest to Big Bang. I don't remember how I got here. My ship has been damaged. I need to repair the ship's thrusters and patch up the hull. So if you haven't played Starbound in a long time, you may remember early on that you could get coal right away, fly to other planets right away. That is not the case anymore. You can see here you can't actually get to over here as much as you want to open this up. You're going to maybe hear some arrow noises there. But the game is trying to tell you, hit E to look at this thing, and you're going to meet a unicorn. There we go. Sail. Error, blah, 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 blah. A bunch of horse. Oh, at least it's saying horse. So I'm going to assume that's a unicorn with a fancy thing here. But we're going to reboot the ship's AI and new super user acquire. Hello, thanks. I am Sail. I have been helping you out. And I've restored the backup power for you. So there's a few things we get to do here right away. This is where you'll get some mission console and information. It looks like you're not a unicorn right now, but let's enable the matter manipulator. One thing that has changed is that the matter manipulator is now upgradable and is going to be your primary mode of mining things, whereas pickaxes and stuff before, you can't repair them anymore. So we have a matter manipulator. Yay! So it's going to be a little bit more of an integral thing. You can actually use it to pick up resources as well, so that's nice. And repairing the ship's thrusters is the next goal here. We need 20 core fragments from the planet below. And when they say core fragments, I can only assume that that means all the way down into the planet's core. But let's issue the command anyway. Failure! You have not gathered the required materials, but you can turn on the ship's short-range teleporter to beam you down. Be careful down there. So you're going to see that some of this tutorial tracks pretty similarly to what we've done previously in Starbound, and some of it's going to be a little bit different. So it's trying to guide you to different things here. We still cannot go here, even though this stuff's all like cracked and crazy. But the Novakids are driving a space train, which I think is pretty interesting. I've heard some people say, why can't the cockpit be up there? But you know what? It's the future. So let's go to Foot Locker. This is going to be about the same as before, except actually what makes it interesting to me is that Novakids start with a gun, and actually start with the legendary gun. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work out, but that's what we got. So maybe we can shoot some things out of the sky. So we have a flashlight, we have torches, and now we need a crafting table. Now crafting's about the same as before. Let's actually test fire here because, yeah, okay, so that's going to be a little annoying compared to what I usually like to do. But you can see they've changed how you regenerate energy as well, because it used to be it would just constantly be firing up, but now it should regenerate once you stop using it for a little bit. So I'm going to have to be careful with how I engage enemies here. In fact, let me look at the other gun. It doesn't do as much damage, but it may be... it's probably not as good. But yeah, crafting, about the same. Hit C. We need to make a wooden crafting table. So a lot of our priorities are going to be the same as before. Let's beam to the planet. And it's nighttime, which is great for recording. So, well, we're going to be flying around in the dark here for just a minute. As you can see, there are supposed to be trees here somewhere. I believe they always start you off on a grass or grass-like planet. I will say this looks eerily similar to the test game I was just playing. Okay, so 27 damage. Wow, you take 3 hits. Okay, 2 hits to die. And we get a steak! Okay, it is sunrise now. The gas giant is going to go far, far away. I don't know if they start everybody on the same planet here, but another thing that's interesting to me is that walking backwards actually... Okay, oh, I missed. I'm a terrible shot. Apparently all the wildlife is aggressive, and in the future... Okay, so I cannot actually fire while it's recharging. That's a little rough. I'm going to need to make a better weapon here. In fact, that's interesting. This is the planet that I was on when I was running a test game before. Okay, that is let's call that interesting here. Now, they did change this layout a little bit from before. I'm still getting used to hitting R to do that. So, yeah. There's torches and stuff here because I did just a quick test record to make sure things worked okay. And so far, they seem to, but I was wondering why it's nighttime when I beam down. It always starts out as daytime, but now we have wooden planks and all that. And yeah, walking backwards, it makes sense that walking backwards goes a little bit slower, but yeah. And all I did just in the test game was just to see, can I record okay, can I do a few quests, have things change slightly, but pretty much, otherwise the gist of the game is about the same. Here's we're getting a pearl pea seed, so there are a few new items. Actually, there's more than just a few new items, there's quite a few new items. And like I said, a lot of the changes do not become readily apparent until later on after you've played for just a little bit. And you know what I did? I actually kind of forgot, and I apologize for this. We need to go over the codex. That's what I always like to do with these guys here. So, Starbound Stable, History of the Novakid, Novakid Adventure Awaits, and Control Yourself. History of the Novakid. Let's read the selected. Forged aeons ago in the fusion furnaces of the now dead star, the Novakids are a perfect example of nature's emergent beauty. These creatures, described by human astronomers as interstellar gas bag people, have no known single origin point. That information is long lost as Novakids have little or no desire to record their history or even pass it on to their offspring. Though they are generally more intelligent and intuitive than fleshy races, their attention spans are lacking. This does not make them less effective in combat, but has the effect of restricting their technology research. And any groundbreaking research is forgotten within a few generations. The force that drives the Novakids contained within the brain of their faces, charged with huge amounts of energy. These pieces of metal generate the hard plasma shells which stop their constituent gases from leaking. If a Novakid is depleted of the vital gases, the energy contained within their brain is instantly vented into the very fabric of space-time, leaving only a twisted metal symbol and near the undetectable warping of light around the area of death. So that little spotty thing is supposedly the metal symbol for me. Since the Novakids have a short memory and attention span, diplomatic relations can be strained at times because they're completely different composition than other life forms. Novakids are sometimes unable to grasp the nuances of interracial social interactions and have thus attained a slightly dubious reputation among other races. In particular, the avian diplomat reported described the Novakid he met as dense and elaborating upon his statement by mentioning that the Novakid in question had cheerily asked him if his god, Klux, was real. Haha, there we go. So there's one thing from the library. Other codex, back to the library. Novakid adventure awaits. Yay, adventure. You've been awoken in a broken and battered ship orbiting an unfamiliar planet. You can't remember what happened or how you arrived here. With a sparkling shrug, you decide to go pick yourself an adventure down the planet below. Maybe something waits ahead. So a little bit generical here. But since I've already kind of been here before, we're just going to go ahead and craft the camping table. I think I see an alien woodworm. So crafting table, craft, and we get probably a few pixels for it. Did I say craft? Craft it. There we go. So 10 pixels. Now we need to get some bandages together. Bandages still one of the best items you can get here. And I can actually drop a crafting table some way, shape, or form. Probably what I should do here. Since I'm not too huge on the gun that I have, I should probably get some materials to make a better weapon. Although the gun, don't get me wrong, the gun's alright. And it fits with the flavor of the race. TIY, Chucklefish themselves have acknowledged that guns kind of are underpowered compared to other things. So, we'll see here. Here's the matter manipulator. You can tell that it gets things a lot faster than it used to, because it used to take a really long time just to even get stone and stuff like that. But as you upgrade it, you can upgrade the whip, you can upgrade the mining speed, you can upgrade all kinds of things. So that's pretty nice. It's a little disappointing it's not a different planet though. Like I said, I thought it all looked so familiar. But yeah, there's some coal down there. Might as well get it. We're going to probably be needing a lot of coal before this is all said and done. Because if we're going to need a core fragment, it looks like we're probably going to be on this planet for quite a while. So learn to craft gunpowder, and that's sometimes where you find new items, you'll be able to craft new things. So I don't know if gunpowder is going to do too much. I guess there's one way to find out is actually get the crafting bench out, but I want to, at least for my first planetary forays, what I tend to do is have my crafting table and all that stuff kind of near where everything else is. So, but you are still going to need tools. The matter manipulator does not replace something like a pickaxe and everything. So we're just beaming up. For Oreo Guzzler, beaming to the planet. And it's going to take us back down here. Alright, so if we drop the table right here. Now let's see. We want to craft a campfire, supposedly. And we want to craft a hunting bow, supposedly. Eventually. We need to get some plant fibers first. We're going to be doing a little bit of both of those. So we need some plant fibers and some wood planks. I should be able to make plenty of wood planks. And I know I can change how I do things. But we're actually going to go to the west this time. Actually, let me look at the table real quick, because if I can make a better weapon right now, I'm going to do it. Nope, just hunting bow at this point. Probably got to get some precious metal first. So we're stuck with our gun. We're going to shoot up everything and bring peace and justice and... you look like you're friendly. Alright, so... oh, good. So those troll boxes are still pretty trolly, but they don't instantly kill you like maybe they used to. Treasure chest this way. And overdrive guitar. Guitar for those who like distortion. Pretty good. I'm still on fire. Steel hunting spear. Okay, so now I have things for food. Now they did get rid of food and coldness. Let's see if I can remember. Just shift click. Dull spear. Okay, so we're going to do this instead of the gun. We'll switch the gun to R. Let's try it here. Because this is early on. I'm just about dead already. Fantastic. Don't want to craft matter manipulators. R. That's what we need. Alright. So I'm just about dead already. If I make a bed, I'll be okay. I'm not too concerned this early in the game about dying. Other than cool points that I don't really have or accumulated. So let's just go ahead. Flashlight down here, not too much to it. It looks like there's another treasure chest there, so pretty cool. Yep. And until I get these hotkeys down, because it has been a little while since I played. I know I've had some people ask, why haven't you played Starbound in a while? And my response was the same reason a lot of people haven't played Starbound in a while, which is just waiting for the substantive update, the one that was promised for a long time ago. Actually, we have shooting stars, which are something that are not entirely new to Starbound, but still pretty neat to see. Of course, it's nice when that's the weather right here of little happy shooting stars. Now is good. We get some wheat. That's going to be really good for farming. It's bad when it's fireballs that are going to kill you. So bandage. That actually counts for the quest. Queet. I just said queet. I cannot talk today. So bandages they were always my 6 before. They're going to be that now. Actually got a copper pickaxe and a some kind of sword. Feeble wood sword, something or other. Broadswords. Do they do what I want it to? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do well enough. Alright, so it looks like we got some light and stuff down there, so good enough as time to any to see is it's going to be nighttime pretty well soon. Is actually, this looks like we have something along the lines of a little... another thing that was introduced in the game. I don't know if this is exactly a micro dungeon, but they did put together a lot more little bits of content to go in there. Oh, sweet. I'm going to take that tent with me, because right now I am healing up ever so slowly, but it's still nice at night to see all the little happy shooting stars as we get some folding chairs and everything. Yeah, pretty good. Let's... nope. We are... keep hitting the wrong button. Tent, thank you. Alright, so I don't see anybody here who might miss it. I do see some aggressive animals, so let's find out. Okay, you just charged through me and hit me really hard. Alright. And those guys, I know what they do. They charge. Oh! But I'm doing 52 damage now, so that counts for something. So we have... you're aggressive. Why are all the locals so aggressive? Doesn't anybody just want to be my friend here? Can't we just be a little nice to each other? So oil lantern, that's good. Wood planks, boxes. Nothing much else to steal here, but it looks to me like we have a lot of people that are charging at me, and it is still really easy to die super early in Starbound, as this is a really slow weapon, and that was a really interesting attack pattern, I guess you could say. So you're gonna kind of Pikachu into me a little bit. Alright, so yeah, this does look like the ever-fabled little location, just to see what do we have down here. I don't know. Probably time to put a torch. Yeah, it looks like we just have a little area that I'm gonna have to cut my way through, which is fine. Nothing like some good spelunking to start off a Starbound video. We only got here for how long? However, I was expecting maybe a little bit more down here than just some railing at the bottom. But still got to raid a few boxes. I think I got a few chests, so that's not bad. As we still have the same awesome soundtrack in the background, so we'll see. So that's a lot of coal, and that's a big chest, so we'll just put you here. Yeah, we are going to very happily get some stuff here. So it looks like the micro dungeon kind of ended, and then there is a secret rock or something. I don't even know. That chest just might be there. Now, one of the complaints, or it might have been there anyway. Now, one of the complaints I heard about Starbound when I was playing it the first time around, and I guess I shared it to an extent, was that compared to Terraria, which is the game that it's always going to be compared to, what you run into is that there's not as many reasons to there's not as many places to go from the surface to under the world. In Terraria, you can find elaborate cave systems and planets, and then eventually those cave systems can take you like all the way through to hell, to the bottom of the world or something like it. Now, I don't expect Starbound to necessarily do the same thing every time, but one thing I do hope for is a little bit more variety in the worldscape, especially in the subterranean. It sounds like that's something they're trying to work on. And that's good that they are. But the other thing is just, right now we're happily mining. I don't need too much more coal. And we'll just go down. Yeah, there's still a vein of coal there, but I'm going to leave it on the table. What'd they say? I guess I'm a Novakid in real life, because what is my attention span doing here? Let's make sure there's nothing else that's going to kill us. Oh, looks like we actually have another little place to explore, so that's pretty fantastic. In fact, I may need to craft a few more torches. Let's just click that a bunch. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of it again. So, yeah, already some underground places to explore. We'll see what's in the treasure chest for those of you that are waiting enraptured, saying, "What are you doing?" Not going for the chest. The chest contains a wobbly hacker, which is about on par. More important thing, though, is that we get to steal a chest. So I don't think there's too much more down here. They did change, by the way, from what you used to be able to do of having the matter manipulator kind of mouse over here. You can only do it within a certain range of yourself now. But I haven't made much in the way of wooden planks, so wooden platforms, let's make some of those. These are good just for trying to get back from where we're going. But for now, I think the best course of action is just to break and enter. Go through the dirt. Let's go from the top on down and see kind of what nasties we can get into, because it looks like we have some underground goodies here. Now, our goal eventually is going to be to get to the core of the planet, which means we're probably just going to need to dig down. But it is nice to, I don't know, I've always kind of liked to take my time with this kind of stuff, and maybe you all can appreciate that a little bit. Just because rushing through everything can, oh, well. I guess we need one of those fancy-dancy wooden platforms now, perhaps. Do I already have it on my taskbar? Probably not. Alright, so wooden platform, wooden planks, that'll do. Will be 5. You were always 5 before. Oh well. And there's a way to make these smaller like this. Oh, that'll do. As long as I can get out. That's not how we get out. Alright, well, we can get out that way. Alright, so check the boxes. Pixels. Oh, and then more people. And then, what do we got? Let's... Bang, bang, he shot me down. And not so bad. Okay, so we have some work lights here, and yeah, this is pretty interesting. Some more oil lantern stuff. Ooh, stone. I'm gonna have a lot of stone. Take the climbing rope. And then, can I drop down here? Yes, I can. Anything in the pot? Not really. Box? Not really. Hey, you won't notice me just dropping a torch down here, will you? Of course not. Okay, I just right-clicked and I don't know what I just did. Cool! But for some reason my meter just changed. Now, can I shoot through the floor? Good. Unfortunately, once again, this is why I'm really glad I got the alternative to the gun here, because right now I am a crack shot, and by crack shot I mean absolutely terrible. So steak is still 4 times the steak. We'll take some more climbing rope. And we have anything over here, anything down here. Yes, so we're just continuing on our way. So if I had just gone to that one area and said, okay, we're done, I could have been setting myself up for a little bit of disappointment. But instead we have actual little places to explore, so that's pretty good. Whoa! Way too far. And now we've got to not panic, and I died. And I dropped some resources. And how do Novakids come back to life? 30% of pixels lost. Apparently they get the cryogenic chamber. So that's too bad. I was not expecting to fall, and I fell. But there's a lot of items that we do have that I'm going to go ahead and put in the locker for now, because I can set up my base just fine, just a little bit. We do have some tree saplings, which is good. We do have some fibers, which is good. In fact, I can probably teleport down to the planet. I feel like I want to go into that, explore that cave system a little bit, but before I do that, I should probably just go ahead and here. Do I have any iron yet? I don't think I do. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and make a hunting bow. Just progress the quest stuff a little bit. And what's our next quest? Big Bang, and then raw steak, and hunting spear, and cooking a cooked steak. Okay, so I guess we just get our campfire. Like I said, this is what I always like to do here. And then we will just use this. Do I have raw steaks? They are up here. Alright. Cook it! 1, 2, 3. Good! Craft a hoe, find some seeds I can plant. Alright. So, and then now the front can craft a stone furnace using the crafting table, and then we'll be able to use some raw ore. So once again, it's just telling you all the things that you can do. And then stone furnace, how do we make you? We need one campfire. That's just funny. Let's make another campfire. Craft it. And then no. That wasn't what I expected. Alright, well, that's because I'm not actually using the crafting table. And that's one of the rubs here, is that you gotta remember kind of what you're doing. But campfire, hunting spear, wooden plank, packed dirt, stone furnace, gunpowder, which requires coal. What does gunpowder do? Useful for crafting explosives. Alright. Screw it, let's just do this. Stone furnace. We surely have enough cobblestone for that. There we go. Now we just need to find some copper and iron. And those will be underground. Alright, so stone furnace. We can put an old chest in here. We can actually get some goodies and upgrade our ship before long. But for now, let's see here. I do need to, let's see here. Can I make a hoe like this? Hoe? Nope. But what I can do, at least at this point, is I should probably hold on to that tent and just keep it with me in case I really need to, like, heal up. But let's go ahead and craft some more bandages. I got plenty of those, and you saw already how fast those heal. So we're just gonna explore. We're gonna explore to the west and say, hooray, ho, hey ho. And I think that one worked with me pretty well before. There we go. So, and oh, now I have floatiness, and I'm so floaty I'm running into enemies, so that's Interesting that's not always the same buff or debuff this time, but I'm flying! We're just gonna go this way. Take this chest this time. Don't know why I didn't last time. And what do steaks do? Delicious side of meat used to be able to get rid of your hunger, and now they don't. Alright, so but at least I'm not taking much fall damage. So here is where we left off last time. I'm going to explore a little bit more on the outside here. I have rage as well. Does that mean I do more damage? It looks like it does. So corn decent, bandage decent, these two good. Learn to make a corn cob. Alright, and discount whacker. Alright. We're going to worry about those chests later. For now, I want to take advantage of this floaty buff as best I can. Are you an aggressive bird? It doesn't matter, you're a dead bird. And this is where I really want to do like the Zelda 2 style down thrust attack. So here, lots of treasure chests on the surface, so that's pretty good. And to get a wheat seed, you need to hit E. You just don't want to harvest it, so that's a positive as we're floating, floating, floating. This doesn't take us anywhere. Whee! Yeah, I still remember screwing that up so bad the first time. So I was like, well, why can't I get any wheat? So yeah, I always like to kind of survey the world's surface first. So it looks like I've actually made it most of the way around from what I can recall. Alright, so what do we got? Decrepit Whelper. And then, yeah, so this is a wheat planet, which is good, I guess, because wheat is one of my favorite resources. Really easy to cook some stuff early with. I'm sure they added other recipes now. I don't know if there's much way to sell some of the stuff yet, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But I like the little rotating grassy fields in the background. More wheat. Better than just hacking it down. And it looks like, yeah, it's probably going to be about time to go to service. Actually, corn as well, so we have wheat and corn. So we're going to be good on our grains. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this as well. So just a little bit of exploration going a long way. But I think I'm probably going to go ahead and cut this video here, and next time, if I don't die here first, what I'm going to do is just try and go back to where I came from, see if we can go down into the planet a little bit, and work from there. So this is Way to Fail, back with Starbound, and it's good and fun and well and proper to be back. And we're going to explore kind of the new things together, and see what comes up, what goes down as we get some actual fancy cooking recipes. Wow, okay. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to play along. If you've not read the news, the update that's been long promised, long waiting, is I actually get TV helmet. Yay. Oh, I can actually wear it now, so that's fantastical. You can't even watch sports with it, and it's just a view item, so I don't usually play with helmets on, as you know. But yeah, a lot of long ramble just to say, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with even more Starboundy action, or maybe I will not die in the underground. Would be a positive. Doesn't look like this planet's inhabited other than by whatever's floating below the surface. So, goal is to get to the core and get out. See you next time.